We've got some shop visitors today. This is my daughter's dogs. They're hanging around out here a little bit, just for a little bit. I'm still working on that, but yeah, let me get a picture of them. So the first step on checking my no start issue is the engine cranks okay, and then based on the chart that I have here, it shows the pinouts on the back of the ignition switch, and I did get the magnifying glass out and they are marked, so I know I've got the correct connections. So the first thing I wanted to do is go by the little diagram down here which says on B plus A1 needs to be connected. So what B is the battery. A1, per the diagram, goes to the fuel shutoff solenoid. So that means I need to have power when this is on. So the multimeter, I'll go ahead and turn it on. I've got power. So that means the switch is good. It doesn't mean the wire to the fuel solenoid is good. So the next thing that would prevent the engine from starting would be that the switch is shorted between ground and the ignition unit, and the ignition unit is M for, I guess, magneto. So right now the switch is in the off position, which shows it to be shorted. Turn the switch on, switch is open, and that's off. So far the switch is testing good. So the other day, to get this started, remember I pulled the ground wire out of the connector. That is the M connector that actually goes to the solenoid, and it would ground it out. So right now the clutch brake would be the only switch in the circuit, or the PTO. So if I pull the PTO, that would not allow it to start if the switch is out. So PTO is in, which it was, and then the clutch brake, if I let it off, so if the clutch is out, the engine would not run. So the safety switches appear to be working. So the next step I want to test is I've reinstalled the ground wire and I've plugged the ignition switch in. I set the multimeter to 20 volts. And I've got the probe going into the fuel shutoff valve. So what I want to verify now is I've got power going to the fuel shutoff on the carburetor. I got 12 volts. So that should click the relay. We're going to plug it in and find out. I'll bring you down here a little closer to see if you can hear the click. Yes, I hear it. Hopefully you could hear it too. So that's working. So before I go and try to start it, see if anything I did might have fixed it, I just wanted to point out, when you're removing these terminals, they've got a little tab on the back side, and I found you can get these little screwdrivers. They're from an eyeglass kit, to repair your glasses, and it works good to push up and push that little tab down, and you can pull the wire out. You want to bend that tab back up a little bit before you put it back in. These type of connectors are used like in a PTO connector. And if you see one side of it has a tab, you can still use that screwdriver and slide down in there and push that tab down. For these type of connectors, the only really thing that works is called a pin extractor, and there's several different sizes of this, but this is how you remove these type of pins. Just wanted to point that out. after going through everything on this, the hard start issue, the only problem I found was I disconnected the negative battery terminal so I could put that switch connector back in because I didn't want to short anything out. And I found both of these battery terminals were loose. I mean, 2 full turn loose. So we're not going to run this long. I just want to see if it fires off, and I've got spark now. The clutch brake is down, PTO is in, choke is out a little bit. Nice healthy spark, and it fired right off. So I guess it was the battery terminals that were loose that was causing it to make my hard start, or it could have been I just redid all the connections, and I don't know what fixed it, but you seen it fired right off. Thanks for watching.